How much sugar do we actually eat? I was very amazed back in 2012 to discover a website that showed stacks of sugar cubes next to common foods that we can sometimes eat on a daily basis or even for holidays or something. So it had stacks of sugar cubes, for instance, next to a can of Coke or next to a muffin or next to a slice of bread, even. And I was amazed. I had never understood carbohydrates before that time. All the diets I'd been on up until 2012 talked about calorie counting. So to see that sugar was in everything, not just in candy and chocolate bars and sweetened drinks, but actually there was sugar in bread, or that bread turned into sugar in our bodies. That's what I was starting to learn about carbohydrates, that it actually turns, the starch turns into sugar when it goes into our bodies. In my book, I wrote about this. I will read it directly from my book instead of trying to explain it another way. So this chapter is called How Much Sugar Do We Eat? In comparison to when I was growing up, I think more and more people are starting to get the picture that sugar is bad for our bodies. But that does not stop the companies that earn money from sugary foods from continuing to market and sell those foods. For example, when we are at the checkout counter at the grocery store, there is a display stand with multiple types of candy and chocolate bars, and even sometimes a mini fridge with cold soft drinks. Have you ever read the labels and been shocked, like I was, at how much sugar is in those candy bars and drinks? I saw a website, this is what I talked about earlier, where there were pictures of common foods and beverages alongside stacks of sugar cubes to represent how much sugar was in each food or drink. This was sickening to see how much sugar I was consuming when I ate and drank these foods. I would recommend to watch a YouTube video by Mark Hyman called Is Cancer Caused by Sugar? I just have that a little part in my book. Whenever I recommend a video related to this topic, I always put those in there. The other one, Sugar, the Ugly Truth, that's a fantastic video to watch. Very, very eye-opening. And then this is another one that I have in at the end of this chapter, was an interview with Dr. Jason Fung and Gary Taubes from the CrossFit YouTube channel. So those are recommended videos related to this topic of how much sugar are we actually eating. And it's shocking, and we don't need to feel guilty about it because we didn't know, the general consensus in the general society is not talking about carbs. They're talking about calories. And so it's sort of this hidden thing. We're consuming a lot of carbs, and I do distinguish for myself. This helps me to distinguish the sugar and the carbs as different, because I do see sugar as sugar in terms of the candy and the soft drinks that have sugar, and everyone knows there's sugar in them. But I did not know that the bread I was eating and the cereal and the muffins and the bagels and the pasta and the rice and the potatoes, all of those things turn into sugar because they are simple carbs. And that was shocking to me. I'm still learning about it. It's a big learning curve. There's a lot to learn about this subject. And so I'm just putting into practice as I learn more information, trying it out on my body. Once I put this into practice, that was a huge turning point in helping me lose the rest of my weight, when I just started limiting all of those or completely eliminating them and replacing them with other things that were not high in carbs. So that's my topic for this video. How much sugar do we eat? If you start to understand this, I'm positive you'll be just as shocked if you have been a yo-yo dieter and been taught just count the calories. That's all you have to worry about. And to realize, no, that's not the number we should be looking at. So if you want to get my book, it's on Amazon. I have 4 different versions of it. I have this version, which is the black and white. I have a color version with color pictures, and there's about 80 pictures altogether. There's some pictures at the front, my before and after pictures. And I also have it on Kindle, and I have a hard copy version too, which is great because Amazon didn't used to have hardcover options, and that's in color. So feel free to get my book if you want to learn a little bit more than just my videos, but then my videos are also talking about more since I wrote the book. So hopefully with the book and my YouTube videos, you'll get a better picture of this process, and you will start to see results, and you'll start to find that you can lose the weight, you can reach your goal, and you can maintain the weight too. So go for it. If you like this video, subscribe. I'm really appreciating you watching this. Thanks so much. Have a great day.